Railway is an old steam railway based in Worcestershire and ending in my hometown of Kidderminster. Now, I was very small when I took my first ride on the Severn Valley Railway, and all I really remember is being very disappointed that I never got to ride on Tom's the Tank Engine. Now, train enthusiasts don't really dominate popular culture, but the Severn Valley Railway has grown in popularity more and more each month. So I'm here at the railway today to find out what all the fuss is about. First stop, Bewdley Station, where I spoke to Visitor Services Manager David Mee about the long and varied history of the railway.
Well, the railway goes way back to 1862 when the line opened, and it had various fortunes over the years, mainly as a freight line, although it did have some passengers. Probably carries more passengers now than ever it did in the past. But then during the 50s and into the 60s, decline set in. People were getting their own transport, their own family car, and railways such as this declined in their usage. The last train ran in the early 60s along this line, and it closed, and British Railways, as it was then, started to take up the track from Bridge North, the northern end, our northern terminus, and a group of preservationists in Kidderminster had a meeting, or a number of meetings, and they decided they couldn't allow this to happen. And so the Severn Valley Railway was formed.
Since then, the railway has expanded from Bridge North all the way through to Kidderminster Town Station, which opened in 1984. But the founding ideas of preservation are definitely something that remains today. Kidderminster even has its own railway museum, where you can find out how signalling on the Severn Valley Railway works, how to let a train pass through a junction, as well as being able to find out more about the history of railways. All the stations and steam locomotives on the Severn Valley Railway have been restored to their 1940s heyday, and in fact, one of the most popular events of the railway's calendar is the 1940s weekend it hosts. I took this opportunity to talk to visitors at Hayley Station, as well as some Severn Valley Railway employees, to find out more about the event and why they think the railway is so popular.
We do 1940s events that appeals to a different section of the community, if you like, more theatrical and historical bent.
And it was just really interesting to see how they worked years ago and in the war years.
We've come to visit today because of the 1940s weekend, just to see something a little bit different from stuff that you see every day.
It's a living part, it's a living thing, isn't it?
I've always loved trains.
Yeah.
I used to live by a railway line, and just the sound of the train is wonderful. And we've been coming since the kids were little, so we've always liked steam trains.
And what is it about the railway that you think attracts so many visitors?
Oh, there's nostalgia, yeah, definitely attached to the steam railway, yeah.
It's a little bit of calm in the middle of a busy world. It's a bit of escapism. It's a long, thin film set.
Seeing a steam train pull into one of the stations on the Severn Valley line really does make you feel like you're on a wartime film set. But for all the glamour and nostalgia of the railway, what a lot of people come for are the trains. And at Hayley Station, the Severn Valley Railway more than delivers.
We also have our visitor centre at Hayley, where we have a collection of steam locomotives. That now is a magnet for visitors.
None of this would be possible though without the 1,500 volunteers that give their time to the railway, from reenactors and gardeners to signalmen and restorers.
So there's so many people that give so much time, and without volunteers I don't think they could keep going.
We attract volunteers because they want a hobby which is a bit different, maybe to learn new skills as well, meet new people, and I have to say that for some of our volunteers, they give their life to the railway absolutely exclusively. It's an amazing thing.
Interestingly, the Severn Valley Railway did not close until 1963, and I think this is key to its success. The people still remember the railway before it was a piece of history. In fact, many of these people are actually volunteers here, which means that as you travel on the railway, you really are experiencing history coming to life.
My folks lived in Birmingham. Well, Dad was in the Royal Air Force, but yeah, and I've seen a little bit. They've gone Sparkbrook and Sparkhill, Moseley and all round there, you know.
Yeah. Always been interested in railways?
I love them. I actually riding on them.
Yeah. Without a doubt, the Severn Valley Railway has a place within the hearts of the locals and those that visit it, making it more than just a tourist attraction, as David Mee explains.
I sometimes describe it as the people's railway. It's a little bit about people having an affection for the line because it was saved from Big Brother, which is the government and British Railways and the civil service and all those things. So I think a lot of our visitors view it as a special place that the little man has triumphed.
After visiting the railway today, it's plain to see why the railway is so popular. It gives people a sense of nostalgia and patriotism that you can't get anywhere else. All the volunteers have actually lived through the time period, which gives a sense of historical authenticity to all the fun of riding on a steam train. In addition, all the educational facilities means that future generations will be enjoying the railway for years to come. All in all, the Severn Valley Railway is something Worcestershire should be proud of.